Hey Philip, it's Rocky Tapscott here. I saw your ad, so you've just hung out your own shingle there, and I saw your ad in the local paper, and I thought I'd just share some thoughts with you because I'd like to help you get going. I remember you were fairly gung ho, and you wanted to get out on your own, and it's great to see that you've done that. And I just wanted to share some thoughts about your ad and not so much your website, but let's start with the ad and feel free to ignore what I tell you, but I think your ad could work a lot harder for you. So this is the ad from the Jimboomba Times, and I'll show you my thoughts on marketing in general and how we might be able to do something slightly different to make it pull better for you. So first of all, I'll take you through what I call the 5 golden rules of new marketing. And because people are over marketed to everywhere, your marketing's got to cut through all that noise and cut through the competitors, and everyone's saying the same thing, so you got to stand out. And the way to do that is to use what I call customer outcome focused marketing instead of company outcome focused marketing, and I'll show you what that is shortly. Avoid one and done marketing. Don't use will you marry me marketing. And your marketing should be valuable in and of itself. And also, we don't sell products and services. Now, I'll go through these with you and I'll explain what I'm talking about. Okay, so customer outcome focused marketing is where your ad is all about what the customer can get rather than being about the company. So as you can see with your ad, the headline here is PD Financial Services. That's the headline. The headline of your ad should be about the customer's goals, needs, desires, or problem. And shortly I'll show you how I've rewritten it to turn that around so that it is customer outcome focused. One and done marketing is if people don't act on this, they're gone. So you really want to try and capture their names and email addresses and get them on a list so that you can start to build a relationship with them rather than just hope they see your ad and take action. Will you marry me marketing is you don't want to ask them to marry you. Same as you walk up to a girl at a bar, you don't want to say, hey, will you marry me? You want to start off by sitting up near her and ask her to pass you something at the bar, and then maybe ask her what she's drinking and just build a relationship with her. And you have to do the same thing with prospects and customers. You can't just go up there and say, here I am, and expect them to buy anything from you. You've got to build a relationship with them because people buy from people they know, like, and trust. And they're not just going to call you out of the paper unless they're absolutely desperate and they already know you. They're not just going to call you out of the paper. Also, one other thing, people don't really know what a financial strategist is. I know it makes sense to you, but they don't know what that is. And superannuation, life insurances, finances, and strategic advice, they're all very nebulous things. Like, people kind of know what they are, but it's not like they're going to fall over themselves to go and buy them from you as opposed to someone else. You've got to remember, people in their minds, they're thinking, why should I do business with you over all of the other alternatives available to me, including doing nothing? So your ads have got to stand out and answer that question for people. So let's get back to these rules. Number 4 is your marketing should be valuable in and of itself. So the very act of you making an offer should enhance your prospects or your customers' lives in some way. It has to be valuable because if it's not about them and their problems, people aren't interested. They just don't care. So when you just throw an ad up with your name and your company on it, people don't care, but it just wastes their time reading it, and people are so busy they don't have time to read marketing like that. It needs to be valuable for themselves. And number 5 is don't sell products and services. Business owners tend to try and sell products and services because that makes sense to us. But what customers really buy are results, solutions, and relief from pain or discomfort of some kind. So they buy things that help them get closer towards where they want to be, or help them move away from where they don't want to be. Okay? They don't buy a product or service. They buy the outcome, the solution, the result that product or service gives them. So now I'll show you how I rewrote your little ad here, and it's only very small, so we can't get a lot of content on there, but we have to try and make it customer outcome focused, not one and done, not will you marry me. It should have some value to the reader, and it should not be selling a product or service. So this is how I rewrote it. And as you can see, the headline is all about the customer, and most people would be interested in this. It's not going to appeal to everybody, but you're not trying to appeal to everybody. You're only really appealing to people who want to use your services. Looking at what you do and knowing what you do, I'd say this would appeal to the majority of people who would want to use your services. So as you can see, it says, want to earn more money, pay less tax, and retire with financial security. And then we say, if you're sick of paying high taxes with little to show for it, and you'd like to make sure your future is as financially secure as possible, I can show you how to earn more income from what you're currently doing while legally paying less tax. So that's the result, right? The outcome that most people want. Earn more, pay less tax. And I know as a financial strategist, you should be able to do that for just about everybody. For a free 30-minute planning session where we can discuss your personal situation and explore all of your options, call Philip Dye now on your phone number or visit your website. Now, your website, as it is no good for this kind of marketing strategy. It needs to be more customer focused, and we can talk about that later if you want to. But this is the kind of ad that will attract people who are interested in earning more money, paying less tax, and retiring with financial security, okay? And it's all about them. So it's customer outcome focused. It's not one and done. It's trying to get them to call you on the phone, which means you can start a relationship with them. When they call, you would want to capture as much contact information as you can. You would get their name and email address, all that kind of thing, their phone number, and you would want to start to build a relationship with them through email, through mail, through telephone calls, whatever. And when they visit your website, I'll show you what the page that you put in this ad should look like. It wouldn't be sending people to your main homepage. It would be sending them to a different kind of page that I'll show you what that would look like. Because if you just send them to your homepage, they're going to get lost and they're not going to do what you want them to do. So you've really got to control people's experience when they start to interact with you. You want to be able to control the frame that they see. You want to be able to control your positioning in their eyes. And you want to be able to control their experience so that they go from step 1, step 2, step 3, the logical sequence of things that you want them to do, so ultimately they become your customer. So we said your marketing must be valuable. So what you're going to do is you're going to give them a free 30-minute planning session where they can discuss their situation with you and you can help them out. And it could be 60 minutes, 90 minutes, whatever you need. It doesn't have to be 30 minutes, but this is just an example. And we don't sell a product or service. We're selling an outcome. We're selling how you can show them how to earn more income from what they're doing now and legally pay less tax. Okay, so this covers those 5 rules. And I've just put all your contact information and all your ABN and all that legal stuff down the bottom there. So this is the kind of ad that you should test in the paper. You've probably got to leave your current ad there, this one there, for a while now. But I would suggest you test this. Just change the ad or run a second ad in the paper and just see what kind of results you get, because you'll be able to track. You'll know where the people came from. Just ask them how they found you. You'll be able to track the response. Now, this website link I've got here, that just goes at the moment to your existing website homepage. But ideally what you should do is when you run this ad is send them to a landing page, and I'll show you what that looks like shortly. But I would also test running ads like this one. You create a report, and it doesn't have to be a report. It can be a checklist or a tip sheet or just 2 or 3 pages that tells people how to do something. Okay, so this is lead generation. You could run a little ad in the paper like this and just test it out. You could run ads online and test them out. But this is the kind of thing you should be doing to generate leads, because it's laser focused on one pain point that people have. And a lot of people pay too much tax. Okay, so I'll just read this through and you can see where I'm going with this. And as you'll see, this is written in the same kind of font as the newspaper, so it blends in with the editorial content of the newspaper. Same as the ad I wrote for you here. This blends in with the editorial content, and it's been proven that you'll get 500% more readers when you write an ad like this as opposed to this kind of ad which screams advertisement. People see ads and they know there's no value in them, so they don't read them. But when you write an ad like this, it looks like the editorial of the paper and it gets a lot higher readership, especially when you put a headline, it's customer focused, and it makes an offer at the end. But this one here, if you're sick of paying high taxes without seeing any real benefits for yourself and your family, a newly released report shows you how you can not only earn more income but save on tax at the same time. So it's written as a journalist would write it for an article in the paper. The report, entitled Expose What the Australian Tax Office Doesn't Want You to Know, sheds light on 7 little-known tactics virtually any Australian can use to legally earn more income while keeping more of that money for themselves. The report is available as a free download for a limited time only by visiting that website. Okay, so this is all you want them to do. You want them to read this ad and then go and download the report. As you'll see, this complies with the 5 golden rules of new marketing. It's customer outcome focused, earn more income, pay less tax. It's not one and done, it's getting them to go to the website. It's not will you marry me, it tells them to go to the website, download the report and read it, which will give them value. it should be valuable in and of itself. It is. It's giving away a free report. And it doesn't sell products and services. It sells a result. Earn more income and pay less tax. So here's a few more ideas that you could use. I haven't changed the body copy of the ad, I've just changed the headline. But there's different things you could use. They may be how to retire financially secure. And as I said, you could offer a report, a cheat sheet, a checklist, a video, or a free consultation. Strangely enough, free consultations have the least value, even though that you spend a lot of time with people. To a prospect, free consultations have proven to be the least enticing bribe to get them to join your list, okay? Reports, checklists, cheat sheets, and videos are great. Something initially that people can consume in 5 minutes, so they get a quick hit and they see that you know what you're talking about and you solve some kind of initial problem for them or something like that. So this one is how you can retire financially secure. Another one would be how to add thousands to your retirement income. Another one would be how to save thousands on your home loan. So then, as I said, the body copy of this is all the same, but that's the kind of things that you could offer to generate a whole lot of leads from different people who are wanting different outcomes. And you could funnel them all into the same list, or you could funnel them into different lists, and then you could build a relationship with them over a period of time by email. That report you see on the right hand side there is one of mine, and when you advertise a report like this, you send them to a page that looks like this. So all it does, it gives them one option to get the report. So as you can see, the page says free 31-page marketing strategy guide for business owners, the 5 golden rules of new marketing, which is kind of what we covered in this video. And then it tells them why they want to get it. Reveals the 5 rules of new marketing you must embrace in 2014. So there's curiosity there. What are these golden rules? No one's talking about that. So you want to make the report title compelling, like this one here, the report, expose what the Australian Tax Office doesn't want you to know. Now that's got some controversy in there, and you should be able to find 7 little known tactics that virtually any Australian could legally use to increase their income or pay less tax, okay? Being a financial strategist, I'm sure you'd have 70 of them. So this is the kind of thing you want to do. Then you send them to a page, it can be on your website, that looks something like that, where their only option is to go there and get the report. You don't want them digging around your website, you want them to go and get the report. So anyhow, my friend, I hope that's proven helpful for you, and if you'd like to talk with me about any of this, or if you'd like me to talk about how you might change your website up or do anything like that to get more traffic, to get more conversions, get more people opting into lists and things like that, I'd be happy to talk with you. So once again, hope this helps, my friend, and let me know what you think. Take care. Bye.